Hey everybody, let's do a quick reminder of how to use Adobe Spark. So the first thing I want to do is when I get out here, it's actually going to ask me to log in. I'm going to log in with my Google account, and I'll click it, and then it'll click me through. And then what I remember is I could make a poem here that's a video. I could just make a really pretty poem itself that looks really pretty with a cool background. So the first thing I want to do is hit create project. Now I know an Instagram post won't look as good as a Facebook cover because it'll go top to down, not side to side, but top to bottom. I could do a flyer for a poem. Those aren't easy to save, but or collage really is probably your best bet. But I'm gonna click video because I want to make a video for my poem. And what I'm gonna do is I wrote a poem and I made mine about boots. So that was the thing that was precious to me. So then it's gonna load. And it shouldn't take too long. Mine's, of course, loading just right now. And this doesn't even come on it, but I'm just going to type it. I'm going to call it my boots. And I'm going to click next. And then I actually don't even necessarily need to. I'm just going to hit start from scratch. Now, the only difference with if I use the other way, it'll actually change different music for me, but I can always change that at the end. So I can watch this video if I want, but I remember how to do it. So I'm going to click here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change, so I want everything to be on one page, so I'm going to click title here. Now, the first thing I would want to do is I want to change the background. You guys are welcome to go look for some really cool ones online. All right, but I have a pair. I'm going to look here, and I'm going to type in work boots. And, those are cool. All right, and then I'm going to click the plus button for my title, and I want to give it something where it's, and I can change here. I can do this. I can later on change the font if I want to. On the right, you can change the split screen. You can have the poem, and then on the right, I am going to go here, and I know that I can change the font a little bit. And then when I'm done, I can actually record my boots, and then I go through and tell my poem. I tell it. And I can add this in here. It's really cool. And I can click theme if I want, and I can change this. I can also put music in the background. So mine's already gonna be here. And so when I play it, when I play it, I'm just gonna, I can remove the narration. It'll record up to 30 seconds. I'm gonna click here and delete this because I don't really care. And then when I'm done, all I do is click download. And I can actually add that to my page. I can add it right to the Google Slides that we're doing today once I've done that. And now it's on the bottom, and I can just pull it right up into Google Slides. Another thing I could do is if I hit project, the one that a lot of people like is doing a collage. And that way I could have different images. And this could be for any of my poems that I wanted to. So I could just do one. I like all of these, are really cool. It's kind of cool. So then I'm going to click here. And I'm going to actually shrink that. And if you look, I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to do landscape because that's going to look the best on the Google slide. And I'm going to click this. I'm going to click landscape. And this enables me to also have some really cool stuff. And I could type one of my poems or all of them rather than just having a boring background. The cool thing is we'd love for you to, we're going to share some and post them online, and you can do it on my kid blog. So as cool as you can make this is awesome. And then I'm going to go on here and I can do layout. And I can change the layout if I want. And I have a lot of space. I can do a color fill. I can do filters, and then I can click add, and I can add text right on top of it. So then this gives me different ways. So this maybe will look good. And then I'll say here, and then, there we go. So those are some different ways to play on Adobe Spark. If you remember how to use Canva, that's great, but Adobe Spark is really simple. And when I'm done, all I do is go here and click the download button. If you have any questions, let me know.